everything I ate at Dotonbori in Osaka, Japan. It's such a lively location filled with bright neon lights and street food. I mean, look how cool the 3D signage looks. First stop, I had to get the $5 takoyaki, which are Japanese grilled octopus balls. It was topped with a sweet sauce and mayonnaise and was so soft and gooey with a nice bite from the octopus. Next, I was so excited to try Kobe beef for the first time ever. It's quite expensive at $55 for 80 grams, but gosh, was it amazing. Each piece was incredibly succulent and I savored every bite. Moving on, I grabbed a $5 cheese coin. This has got to be one of the best cheese pulls I've done. I didn't expect the cheese to taste so good with the sweet pastry. I loved it. Next, I grabbed some $3 pork gyoza, which was tasty but could have been slightly crispier. Last but not least, I grabbed some $3 taiyaki, which is a Japanese fish-shaped cake. It had a really nice crispy pastry and a delicious red bean filling, which was not too sweet. I also tried the custard taiyaki, which was piping hot and so yummy. This is everything I ate at Dotonbori in Osaka, Japan, part 2. I had to go back to this crab place because last time it was sold out by 4 p.m. I grabbed an $11 grilled crab miso shell, which is amazing if you love crab innards. I personally love it. I also got the $11 crab legs, which had a nice natural sweetness. I just wish there was more crab meat. I tried another takoyaki place and spent $10 for a set of 8. Funny story, I used to be spooked out by these moving bits on top, but they're just thinly shaved dried fish flakes. It was delicious and steaming hot. I also tried the cheese and bacon ones, which were okay, but the Ochi takoyaki is the way to go. I always see such a long line here, so I grabbed 2 pork buns for $4.50. It was a tasty snack with a soft bun and juicy pork filling. Moving on to desserts, I got this $4 custard strawberry mochi, and it was okay, but didn't come close to the mochi in Nara. The same shop also sold a $7 baked sweet potato brulee. It was such an interesting combo, but the caramelized custard was a bit too sweet for me. Next, I grabbed a $9 cheesecake and I had to try it while it was fresh. Oh my goodness, it was so soft and fluffy, it felt like I was biting into a cloud. And to end the night, I grabbed a $1.50 dango, which was glazed with a sweet soy sauce. It was so stretchy and chewy, I loved it. This is everything I ate at Super Nintendo World in Universal Studios, Japan. First up, I went to Yoshi's Snack Island and grabbed a $9 green shell calzone. It was filled with yakisoba, which are Japanese stir-fried noodles, as well as cheese. It was a decent snack, but I don't think it's a must-try. I also got the $8 Yoshi's lassi, which was really creamy with a sweet melon flavor. Next, I visited Kinopio's Cafe, which was a dream come true. I got the $18 Super Mushroom Pizza Bowl. How cute is it? It had a flaky pastry and was filled with ham, mushroom, and cheese. It really did taste like a cheesy pizza. Next, I tried the $24 teriyaki chicken and superstar rice. The chicken was super juicy and I loved the teriyaki sauce. And to quench my thirst, I got the $7 superstar lemon squash. It was sour and had jellies inside. It was really refreshing. For dessert, I tried the $9 question mark block tiramisu. It was so adorable, but the taste was quite average in my opinion because it was overpowered by the cream. Last but not least, I grabbed the $6 caramel peach popcorn. It was addictively sweet with a strong caramel flavor and a hint of peach. Who else wants to visit Super Nintendo World? This is everything I ate at Universal Studios Japan. First up, I went to the Mario Cafe and grabbed these $8 pancake sandwiches. The Mario strawberry shortcake one was so good. It was sweet, sour, and creamy. There's even jam and custard inside. I also enjoyed the Luigi grape and cheesecake sandwich. It had lots of fluffy whipped cream. I also got the $7 Mario strawberry soda, which was fizzy and sweet. I loved the strawberry popping pearls. Next, I grabbed a $5 Minion custard mochi trio. It had a nice stretchy texture, but I found the taste to be quite average. It doesn't even come close to the alien mochi from Disney Sea. I also tried an $8 black cat minion bun. It had a bouncy bun and a nice beef curry filling. And my favorite part, let's go to Hogwarts. I got a $7 Hogwarts meat pie, which had an amazing flaky pastry and a nice beef mince with carrots and peas. This was such a yummy snack. And of course, I had to get the $9 butter beer. It was sweet, fizzy, with a fluffy and creamy foam on top. I couldn't believe how good it tasted. Oh, and look at my foam mustache. Last but not least, I grabbed an $11 turkey leg, which had a nice smoky flavor. Overall, I had such a fun day here and I'll definitely be back. Rating the restaurants I tried in Osaka, Japan. First up, I tried this awesome okonomiyaki restaurant which I'd rate a 9 out of 10. It has lots of cabbage, seafood, and meat and is topped with a myriad of sauces. It was an explosion of flavor with a sweet and salty taste, yet creamy and crispy texture. I also loved the yakisoba and scallops. Next, I went to a kushikatsu restaurant which was a 6 out of 10 for me. It was nice to try but a little too heavy and oily for my liking. For a late night meal, I visited this yakitori bar which I'd rate an 8.5 out of 10. My favorites were the chicken wings and chicken thigh skewers. They were so juicy. Next up, I visited a shabu shabu restaurant which was a 7 out of 10 for me. I like how you get your own individual pot to cook your meats in. I enjoyed it, but it just wasn't super memorable. Okay, so I really love J barbecue, so I went to an all-you-can-eat yakiniku restaurant which I'd give an 8.5 out of 10. The cuts of beef were absolutely delicious, especially the loin. I came here twice. For a sweet snack, I grabbed some taiyaki from this store which I'd rate a 9 out of 10. They were so freshly made with a crispy pastry and piping hot red bean filling. Last but not least, I went to Coco Curry House, which was an 8 out of 10 for me. I love coming here for a quick and simple meal. The pork cutlet curry is my fave and it's affordable too. Keep in mind, this is a chain, so you'll find it all over Japan. So right now it's midnight. I just had a craving for chicken wings, the most random craving ever, and I literally searched best chicken wings near me and I found this place, and it's a yakitori place. So I was like, great, I want skewers and chicken wings. Let's try them together. Let's try the chicken wing skewer. This is so juicy. Oh my gosh. Next is the chicken thigh. I'm so happy right now. Oh. Prawn wrapped in a thin slice of pork. I love drenching things in there. That piece of prawn is so juicy, and the added layer of pork around it just adds such a nice flavor. Where can I find this in Sydney? Fried chicken thigh. I love this. Everything I've had so far has been so solid and so good. Chicken skin skewer. Whoa, melt in your mouth, buttery chicken fat. And then once you finish with the skewer, you just chuck it in here. Arigatou gozaimasu. This is everything I ate at Nishiki Market in Kyoto, Japan. First up, I got 2 mochis for $5. It had a nice chewy texture and a burst of freshness from the strawberry. The red bean filling adds a nice sweetness to it too. Next, I grabbed a $7 chicken thigh roll, which I didn't expect to be one of my favorite things from the market. It had a tasty soy flavor and each bite was so incredibly juicy and succulent. Then I visited this store that grills fresh seafood right in front of you. I got a $9 squid, which was perfectly cooked and had a soft chewiness to it. I also tried an $11 crab shell, which was full of crab innards and briny juices. There's so much great seafood here, so I also got a $5 scallop skewer, which was really buttery and delicious. Moving on to desserts, I grabbed a $4 Snoopy pancake. It was filled with red bean paste, cream, and a thin sheet of mochi. I liked the stretchiness of the mochi, but the filling was a little too heavy for me. Last but not least, I visited this famous donut store and got 8 soy donuts for $3. They're soft, fluffy, and not too sweet. I love how they're bite-sized too. This is everything I ate at Nishiki Market in Kyoto, Japan, part 2. I cannot count how much dango I've had in Japan. I'm in love with it. I got 3 skewers for $5 and it was so soft yet chewy. The sweet soy sauce was delicious. Then I grabbed a $5 beef stick. I liked the smokiness and yakiniku sauce, but I found the beef to be quite chewy. Next, I visited this cute takoyaki store and grabbed 4 pieces with scrambled egg and cheese for $5. The stretchy cheese and gooey takoyaki tasted so good. good. I got a $5 peach soda, which was massive. It was fizzy and refreshing. I just wish it had more peach flavor though. I also tried the $4 octopus shaped sausages, which was a nice snack. Moving on, I got a $4 dashi maki tamago, which is a Japanese rolled omelette. It was so soft and slightly sweet. Then I went to a store that grills fresh seafood and grabbed a $9 scallop with sea urchin. The uni added a nice creaminess to the tender scallop. I also grabbed a $4 squid, which squirted when I bit it. It was really nice and juicy. This is everything I ate at Fushimi Inari in Kyoto, Japan. First up, I grabbed some $5 grilled dango, which are Japanese rice dumplings. These were super charred and brushed with a soy sauce. It had a unique salty and sweet flavor combo and was fluffy yet chewy inside. Next, I got a $5 chicken skewer, which was so tender and nicely seasoned. I also tried the $7 steak skewer, which didn't really taste steaky, if that makes sense. Like, it was almost too smooth. Then I tried a different type of dango. It was 2 for $3 and was coated in a sweet soy sauce. It was so chewy and delicious. I loved it. Next, I got a $4 green tea and milk ice cream, which was so tasty. The ice cream was perfectly smooth and not too sweet. The wafer was amazing too. I just love the ice creams in Japan. I tried the $9 quail, which was a little hard to eat and didn't have much meat on it. I wouldn't get it again, but it was nice to try. Next, I grabbed an $8 strawberry and whipped cream waffle, which was a nice sweet snack. Last but not least, I grabbed a $5 yuzu lemonade soda, which was refreshing. Rating the restaurants I tried in Kyoto, Japan. I have to give this premium yakiniku restaurant a 9 out of 10. I like how you get your own private booth here, and the wagyu was incredibly marbled and succulent. It's definitely on the pricey side, but the quality is insane. Next up, this bustling gyoza bar is a 10 out of 10 for me. Their signature pork gyoza has a super crispy base and a juicy filling. I loved it. Their chicken wings were also perfection. You can also get it stuffed with gyoza meat. The vibes here are amazing and it's affordable too. For dessert, I tried a matcha cafe, which I'd give a 7.5 out of 10. The highlight for me was definitely the tiramisu. It was so light and fluffy with a beautiful matcha flavor. I also visited this ramen joint, which I'd rate a 7 out of 10. The ramen was really tasty combined with the fatty pork slices, but I'd have to say I'd still prefer Ichiran over this. I finally got to visit Kichi Kichi Omi Rice, which was an 8 out of 10 for me. It was so fun watching the chef cook. He's such an energetic and cheerful personality. The omi rice was enjoyable, but you're really here for the experience and show. Just note that if you want to visit, they take bookings up to 1 month in advance. Last but not least, I visited another J barbecue place, which I'd rate an 8.5 out of 10. I highly recommend the daily special meat plate. It was delicious and I really enjoyed trying the variety of cuts. So good. Crispy. So fatty. Oh my god. Rating what I ate at Harajuku Takeshita Street. My favorite thing here are the iconic crepes. First, I grabbed a $6 strawberry cream and Nutella crepe and it was incredible. The sweetness of the Nutella was balanced out with the fluffy cream and freshness of the strawberry. I'll have to give this a 9 out of 10. I also tried a $6 strawberry chocolate brownie cake crepe. The brownie was average, but the crepe and cream itself was really tasty. I'd rate this one a 7 out of 10. And I've been missing Hot Star, so I was happy to find this place that sells an $8 big fried chicken fillet. This thing is the size of my head. It had a crispy and nicely seasoned batter, and the chicken itself was really juicy. I'll rate this one an 8 out of 10. Then I grabbed a $7 strawberry grape tanghulu. At first, I was so confused about why it was so hard to bite, and then I realized it was frozen. The taste was actually nice, but because it was hard for me to eat, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Last but not least, I grabbed an $8 rainbow corn dog. The batter was nice and fluffy, but it was a bit too sweet for my liking, so I'll rate it a 6.5 out of 10. This is everything I ate at Tokyo Disney Sea. First, I got the $4 alien mochi, and it was so adorable and stretchy. Each one had a different filling, such as strawberry or chocolate. These were the cutest and yummiest snacks ever. Then I got this $5 Yucatan sausage roll. And you know how with hot dogs, sometimes you take a bite with too much bread? I loved this because you get the perfect ratio each bite. Next, I got this $4 Mickey ice bar, which had a tropical fruity flavor. It was so refreshing. If you go here, you have to get the $6 spicy smoked chicken leg. It was so incredibly juicy and had a beautiful smoky flavor. I also tried the $5 sparkling tapioca tea. It had nice chewy pearls and a refreshing mango taste. Oh, how cute is this popcorn store? I grabbed a $4 matcha white chocolate popcorn. I couldn't really taste the matcha, but it was so tasty and addictive. I had to try the $4 sea salt ice cream Monica. And wow, the salty ice cream, sour raspberry jam filling, and the soft wafer shell worked so well together. I am so impressed with the food at Disney Sea so far. Go to part 2. This is everything I ate at Tokyo Disney Sea Part 2. I grabbed the $9 Sultan Sundae, which had vanilla ice cream, mango pudding, and cocoa puffs. The spiced chai churro was quite dense, and this was the only dessert I sadly didn't love. I also got a $5 long naan, which had a lovely stretchy and fluffy texture. It had meat sauce inside and was a nice snack. And then during sunset, I went on a boat across the river. How beautiful is this view? I grabbed a $6 gyoza sausage bun, and look how long it is. The bun was so wonderfully soft and fluffy, and it had a juicy pork filling. I loved it. Next, I tried the $10 smoked turkey leg, and whoa, look at the volcano erupting. The turkey leg had a strong flavor that reminds me of smoked ham. It's decent, but I definitely prefer the chicken leg over this. And oh my gosh, I made my way to Ariel's playground, which felt like a cool secret cave. I got an $8 Mickey pizza. How cute is it? It was cheesy and filled with sausage and was so delicious. I also grabbed the $4 pop and shrimp, which was nice and crispy. Last but not least, I watched the fireworks. Disney Sea really does feel magical. This is everything I ate at the Kirby Cafe in Japan. The decor here is amazing. First up, I tried the $33 Kirby hamburger and spaghetti. How cute is it? You can even customize what Kirby face is on your burger. The burger had a thick and juicy patty, but I wish the spaghetti had some more flavor. It also came with a side of egg and corn soup too. Next up, I got the $16 iced chocolate with a Kirby marshmallow. It was so freaking adorable and tasted nice and creamy. Then I tried the $25 Kirby's Loco Moco rice bowl. I loved the Hamburg steak and the perfectly cooked runny hot spring egg. The crunch from the cucumber added a nice freshness, and we can take the lunchbox home too. I also got Dr. Kirby's Secret Laboratory, which came with instructions on how to make a grape soda with jellies. It was so fun to make this concoction, but the drink itself was so amazing and refreshing. For dessert, I had the $21 car mouth cake. Look at it jiggle. It had a strawberry panna cotta and sponge cake. While it was super cute, I thought the taste was quite underwhelming. There's also a Kirby gift shop inside the store too. Overall, I spent $111 for my meal here. While I don't think the food is mind-blowing, I think it's definitely fun to visit once.
Stop.
Rating the restaurants I tried in Tokyo, Japan. This all-you-can-eat shabu shabu restaurant was incredible. It's a 9.5 out of 10 for me. The meat quality is amazing and everything is just so tasty. You can pick your soup bases and also have unlimited soft drinks and ice cream. I also tried an all-you-can-eat A5 Wagyu spot, which I'd rate an 8 out of 10. They cook it teppanyaki style, and to be honest, I've had better A5 Wagyu than this, but it was good value for money. Next, I went to this incredible ramen joint, which I need to give a 10 out of 10. The staff was so lovely, they even gave me a hair tie. I absolutely love their tsukemen, which is dipping ramen. The noodles were so glossy and chewy and tasted heavenly dipped into the rich and salty broth. Their tonkotsu ramen is also mouth-watering. For a light meal, I tried this roast beef bowl, which I'd rate a 7.5 out of 10. The wagyu was tender and tasted really nice, soaked into the egg yolk. Then I went to a Michelin star sukiyaki restaurant, which was an 8.5 out of 10 for me. So they simmer the wagyu in front of you and dip it into a foamy raw egg mixture. It was delicious and probably one of the most buttery wagyu pieces I've had, but because of the price, I won't be rushing back though. For a short break, I visited the Louis Vuitton cafe, which I'd rate a 7 out of 10. It was beautifully decorated and surprisingly good, but it was more of a one-time experience for me. Last but not least, I visited this amazing yakiniku restaurant, which was a 9 out of 10. I tried Matsusaka beef for the first time here, and it was incredibly juicy and succulent. This is how much I spent at the Louis Vuitton cafe in Tokyo. This is the second LV cafe in the world. Can we appreciate how beautiful the decor is? All of the staff were just super friendly too. First up, I grabbed this $25 raspberry macaron. It had an amazing chewy texture and a great balance between sweet and sour. And wow, check out this latte art. This chocolat chaud was a whopping $21 and was really rich. Next, I grabbed 2 pieces of LV chocolate for $11. I love how beautifully presented it was, but I'm no chocolate connoisseur. And last but not least, I grabbed a $19 V Cafe latte, which was really nice. Overall, I spent 7,920 yen or 84 Australian dollars between 2 people. I'm glad I experienced this once, but I wouldn't be rushing to go back because of the price, but you're really paying for the unique experience and brand. Do you want to visit the LV Cafe? Would you try this $20 Japanese roast beef bowl? It's topped with a mountain of A4 ranked wagyu, cabbage, mayonnaise, and a perfect egg yolk on top. Popping the egg yolk is the most satisfying thing ever. It's like a volcano erupting. Just look at it ooze out. First, let's try a slice of the roast beef. I've got to coat it in the gorgeous egg yolk, and yum! It is so soft and tender and slightly sweet. The bowl also comes with a cowtail soup, which is really nice to sip on between bites. Now let's make our perfect spoonful. And wow, this really is happiness in a bite for me.